Those of you auditors know what I'm talking about. Okay, two more then. Go ahead.
Usually I ask people, how is that help you in life? Did you achieve anything by using that? What's your problem from that?
Yeah. Would that cause an opterming there? Would that cause a...
No, because I just asked, how is that?
With ARC, with trying to understand?
Trinity, the Holy Ghost, and the Spirit, or whatever you're telling me, is helping you here and now with your problems and your psychodynamics. Marriage, I would say.
Right. So you question him about that nomenclature. Okay.
What's the source of that data, of that derivation of those nomenclatures?
Straight wire, word clearing, yeah.
I've gone over different modalities and different applications of practices that use terms that mean the same thing, and we show how these nomenclatures are interchangeable between different subjects that are addressing the same subject, the same idea. You know,
sometimes, I'll give you a real good answer that I use and share it with you. You do what you want. A lot of times people haven't really inspected their nomenclature. They're not like people like us word clearers or people in the church, or people who haven't been trained, who know about clearing words and all that. Someone who's a Christian or a Muslim, a lot of times he doesn't even look at those words. So the best solution for you is to understand his nomenclature. Sit down with him. Okay, what is the Blessed Trinity? How can we find out what this means for yourself? And then the next time you run into a Catholic, you know what it is, and you'll be able to handle it. So you have to find out. You have to, like, okay, I'm in Hawaii, let's say, and I'm practicing in Hawaii. I better know what the natives' culture is. It's quite different than the Hollies. Call them Hollies there, right?
Hollies.
Yeah, quite different. I know. We spent a couple of months in Hawaii, right? We met a lot of natives people, and we like them. They're good Hawaiians. The Hawaiian people are great, but they have a different nomenclature and a different way of looking at the world. And so, if you find out what that is, see, and every state in this country is different. You know that. You've been in different parts of the country, and especially California. It's like 3 states. LA is a lot different from San Francisco people, you know. And then you get the people in the middle. We lived in the center. It's called Central part of California, and little different nomenclature, a little different talk. Anyway, so find out what the nomenclature is and what it really means, and then you can really get in calm with the guy and have him inspect it, and that's how you deculturate him. You got it? All right. You got it, right?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Love acknowledgments, eh?
So what was your solution that you were going to propose that you said we might not like it?
That you have to study it yourself, that you have to find out what it is yourself, that you have to, like, find out who am I, what public am I dealing with here that has this nomenclature. I mean, if you wind up in a neighborhood and they're mostly the Muslims, you better read the Quran or know what the hell the Quran means.
Do you mean that you would apply the policy on manners?
Right. See, but someone who's really into culturating you is going to just, like, try to give you his stuff and not even care about what you think.
I was working with a woman on study tech, and she came from a very Catholic background. So what's the word they all get stuck on? Mass.
Oh, mass.
It was so ingrained in her that we must have spent 2 hours on defining mass.
Because she thought it was the other definition of mass.
Right. It was so ingrained that it was such a barrier she couldn't get past it. We were on it for 2 hours, and I was like, well, how about the word matter? Because mass, it's matter, you know. And we looked at all the dictionaries. And she's like, well, I got to take this home, and I'll think about it more. Because she really wanted to get past it.
Yeah.
She couldn't. So then I probably should put on the meter for that. Because
Yeah, do some word clearing. Definitely, it's a method 1 or 3 or something that would probably handle that. I know you didn't have any word clearing course, did you?
No.
Yeah.
Not the method 1.
Yeah. Because, there's an earlier similar MU there. Method 1, yeah. Okay, let's go on to something else here. I'm running out of time. So you got that one. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Yeah, okay. All right. The next thing is we got punishment, nomenclature, thought control. How many of you guys went to ethics because you had the wrong thought?
Yeah.
See, in Catholicism, if you have the wrong thought, you better go to confession. See? Especially if it's in a 2D area. In the church, too. In the church, they're really, 2D flowing. Didn't somebody say they got written up for 2D flowing? Or the guy thought that they were 2D flowing them. And you know what I mean by 2D flow, right? Everybody here? Everybody's with me on that? That they got written up, and I know people even got sent to ethics because someone thought that they were 2D flowing them. Thought control, aren't we? Isn't that an area of thought control? Don't think that. Actually, it's an over it if it's a done. That's my understanding of it. If you did over it, it's something done, something you do. It's not something you think. When you get into controlling people's think, you're in thought control. And if somebody's trying to thought control you, you're in a cult. All right? I mean, it walks like a duck, it looks like a duck, it's a duck, isn't it? Come on. All right. This is going to help a lot of people when they see this video. And you show it to them. It's going to help a lot of people. Okay, thought control. The next thing, okay, how do we handle this, thought control? We're almost done here, guys. How are we going to handle this? Someone comes in and they're thought control. I don't want to talk to you because I'll get in trouble by the church, or you might give me some thoughts that are not okay, and then I'll be sent to ethics. How are we going to handle this? The guy comes in, right? You might get the wrong thought, and he's going to get in trouble, so he doesn't want to think.
I would ask him, where'd you get the idea you can't safely think for yourself?
Yeah, yeah. You want to tell people, they come in, and of course they're used, if they're from the church Scientology, they're used to doing all these confessionals, or Catholics. You know, I tell them right away, right off the bat. They go, they make it safe for them. I make it safe for them. They say they come in, they're dying clear, or they've done OT3 or whatever. You know, they're above grade 2. And they're worried about, oh, do I have to do more confessionals?
Gee, that's a problem.
Yeah. I said, no, that's grade 2. Why should, I don't go down the bridge. I go up the bridge. I don't want to hear about your thoughts or your 2D stuff. I could care less. See? And what happens is that people just go, wow, it's safe to go in session now. See? Because I want him to go further up the OT levels. I don't want him to come down the bridge. See? OWs is grade 2. What are you doing with OWs at the knots level? If a guy really made it to OT7, OT8, does he really care? I mean, should he really care that he had a 2D thought or a flow or something? He's probably done it causatively. Probably enjoyed the thought. Why should I care? It's just a thought. But if you're in mind control, you're into thought control, you're in a cult. All right? So how do you handle that? How do you handle that if somebody who's afraid to tell you his thoughts? He's afraid to get on the cans because now he thinks he's going to have to give you his thoughts. How did I handle it? Made it safe. Made it safe. I don't care about his thoughts. I care about his dones. I care about his intentions.